Hello and welcome to another To It For Media featured interview. I am your host, Jhaka Wooding, and today we are talking Virgin Islands history, I'd like to say, because we are gearing up for the inaugural Foreign Languages Immersive Extravaganza. Of course, that is a big name for what promises to be a big event. We have all those details for you after this quick break.
Tu visa ha sido aprobada. Es hora de viajar al extravagante evento inmersivo de idiomas extranjeros del Ministerio de Educación. Tus boletos ya han sido comprados. Las opciones de fecha de viaje son el 8 y 9 de mayo del 2025. Partimos del complejo deportivo multipropósito a las 9 a.m. y a las 1 p.m. Ven y practica tu español y francés mientras disfrutas de la cultura de España, Puerto Rico, República Dominicana, México, Francia y Guadalupe. Ven a volar con nosotros, una aventura emocionante te espera.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for staying with us. And as I mentioned before the break, we're talking big news. So of course I have some big names in here with me as well to help share the information. And of course they are very important persons in gearing up for this event. And I should say the exact reason I know about the event in the first place is my pleasure to welcome them and have them introduce themselves to you.
Hi, good day. My name is Janice George Harris. I am the Education Officer in the Ministry of Education.
Hi, my name is Crystal Hathaway, and I am one of the teachers that will be participating in this event. I am a primary school teacher, and I teach at Enos Adams Primary School.
All right. Now, thank you both so much for making the time to be here with us today. We're looking forward to the event later on this week. And Janice, of course, congratulations seeing all of this come together. I know this is your baby.
Yes.
Tell me about what inspired this event for you.
Well, every year, the Ministry of Education, we have Foreign Language Bowl, and at that bowl we quiz students on their Spanish and their French, and that has been going very well. However, we wanted to have a little change because we've noticed that it's the same faces coming to the Foreign Languages Bowl. And as we sat with the teachers, we discussed, we evaluated, and we say, well, let us have something that's more immersive, that's going to get the students to speak more and feel more comfortable speaking. And out of those discussions, we have what we are now going to immerse ourselves in, FLY, short for Foreign Language Immersive Extravaganza.
All right. Now, of course, you mentioned you're a primary school teacher.
Yes.
Tell me how many age groups are going to be involved in this event. Is it students from primary and high school, or are specific groups targeted?
It will be all students. All students are targeted from pre-primary.
Okay.
All the way up to high school. Anyone, and of course the public. But we have all students involved. We have the primary students, we have secondary students will be participating, that will be doing different activities within this extravaganza, and anyone and everyone is invited.
All right. Give us some insight on how the event will be laid out. You mentioned flying. I feel like you're going to transform the multipurpose sports complex maybe into an airport terminal or something.
You've been reading my notes.
Maybe.
Yes, that's exactly what we're doing. I believe in cross-curricular integration and giving students real-life experiences so that they can make that connection as they grow and go throughout life. And so while we are focusing on Spanish and French, we also want to involve them in that whole aspect of travel, what travel entails. So they're going to have passports, and those have gone out to the schools, and they have the bio page that they will fill in. So again, that's part of English, where they learn to fill out forms and different things like that, and have discussions about the importance and use of passports, etc. So when they come to the center on Thursday morning and Friday morning, they will come with their passport, their special passport, and they will go to the check-in desk, and the agent at the desk will give them, they check the passport and give them their boarding passes with their names and other information on it, and also a pamphlet that helps them communicate when they get on the inside. So we are helping them if they don't know certain phrases or how to say things in Spanish and or French. There are these pamphlets that will help them. Once they get on the inside and they're finished with the checking in, they go to the gate and they wait, and while they're waiting at the gate, they'll have a chance to view videos of their destinations. At that time, the Minister of Education, or Honorable De Castro, will greet them along with other individuals, and from there, they will then proceed to the countries with their air host and hostess. And once they get on the inside, of course, their passports will be stamped for each country. And then they will go and enjoy whatever each country has, whether it's activities, food, drink, dance, whatever is prepared for them, they'll have an opportunity to immerse themselves in it. Yes.
All right, and immersive was certainly the right word to use in naming this event.
Yes.
I just want to take the opportunity because it would be a missed one if I didn't ask this question. What happens if you're late for your flight?
Well, let me ask you the question. What happens if you're late for a regular flight?
You miss it.
So having said that, it's important for you to get there at least a half an hour before your flight times. There are 3 flights on Thursday. Flight 101, which starts at 9, so you need to be there for 8:30. And then 102, 103. And then Friday, it's 201, flight 201. And of course, our airlines is named 284 Airways.
Oh, wow. Wonderful. Now, I know you mentioned members of the public are also invited to come out. Are they invited to specific flights?
Yes, the 201 flight on Friday.
Okay.
So we leave at 9. We will be closing all flights at 2 p.m. So if you come after 2 p.m., I'm sorry, there are no more flights, as the different countries will magically disappear.
All right, and regarding the public experience, do we sign up for our passports then and there?
Yes, according to the number of passports we have, we'll have them available for whoever come. You'll sit at a table and you'll be able to fill out your bio. I suggest you could bring a passport size picture to paste inside, and if you don't have, then you can draw a picture. But we want the public to experience what the students are experiencing as much as possible.
Right. Now, what would you say is the importance of having this kind of, cultural inclusion and exchange, especially for young Virgin Islanders coming up in such a diverse community?
Okay. Any one of us to answer?
Yeah.
Yes, it's quite important, especially in the kind of world that we live in today. It's such a connected world, and it's growing smaller even with the internet and all of that. And so it's so important that we our young people know a second language. When I was in Europe. Persons have like about 2 to 3 languages, and we want that our students or children in this community be well equipped to handle themselves in the world. Wherever they go in the world, they can at least have another language that they can interact with people on, and so even have better job opportunities and all of that. So it's quite important for us to have another language in our belts, on our belts. So we want our students to have the best experience, we have the best experience learning, and then also wanting to grow in another language.
Right.
And when I went through secondary school, high school, not too long ago, but a little while ago, there was also a lot of encouragement in terms of being eligible for scholarships, because there's so many scholarships available for students Yeah.
And may I add too, with all type of economy in the BVI, I feel that it is very important for us to be able to market ourselves, be able to speak French and Spanish. And I know it's a necessity also to move up the ranks in like trust companies, because you're interacting with people globally. So yeah, so we want not just to teach our students and they just have the English and the math, but we are preparing them for life. And that is crucial in education. We need to see the big picture. We need to know where we're going as a territory and what our main goals are and how we're going to get there. And for me, with the foreign languages, it is crucial that we become fluent in languages. And right now we have French and Spanish, but hopefully in the future we might even expand our offerings, because the world, as my colleague said, is becoming smaller and smaller. And so we need that for communication.
All right, very well put. Now I want to ask, of course, two of you are here with us today, but I know it would have taken a much bigger team to put things together. Give us some insight into the team behind this event.
Okay, I'll let you talk about the teachers, but I'll talk about those on my side, because we have the ministry side and we have the teacher side. So she'll talk about the teacher side. But for me, I have a wonderful group of individuals at the Ministry of Education. Right now, I left my office and my buddies are right there next to my desk, and they're working very hard to make sure this comes off very well. So kudos to you guys. Thank you. Couldn't do it without you. For each country, we also have an education officer who acts as a liaison and as a facilitator. We have those who are working behind the scene, creating videos, doing a lot of stuff. So the ministry is just that people sitting at the desk twiddling their thumbs. We are to the hilt doing our regular work and doing stuff like this, because we realize it's the future. Education is serious, and we cannot sit back in a 21st century education and not have our students immersed. I am very passionate about that when it comes to education and where we're going, and even how our curriculum looks. It will have to change because the world has changed, and so we have to do that. So kudos to my colleagues. I also have to shout out the maintenance department. These are the guys you do not see, but they help with everything. So I really want to shout out to all of them. Mr. Mercer, your team, Mr. Hathaway and your team, we really appreciate you guys and everything that you're doing, and all of those from the ministry. Thank you so much for all that you're doing. And now I'll let you talk about the teachers.
Yes, so they are an awesome group of teachers that very hardworking, that are assigned to each country. And so each country, we have a group that we are working very, very hard to make sure that the public and the students have a very good immersive experience. Then we want them to feel like they actually went to the country. They feel the culture, the food, and the everything. And so the teachers are working hard. We all have different countries. We have Spain, we have Mexico, France, and Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic. And so yes, we are doing our very best. And I know that all the teachers are doing a wonderful job in each country.
I would like to add, because she's not going to let the cat out of the bag, and I'm not going to either. But trust me, these teachers are working like super hard. And when I'm looking at some of what they're doing, because they still want it to be a surprise for Mrs. Harris, but when I'm seeing what they're doing, I am blown away. So I'm inviting everyone to come and see what these awesome teachers are doing. We take teachers for granted, yes? But behind the scenes, they are the ones doing a lot of work, not just for this, but in their classrooms as well. And I'm so happy that with this immersive extravaganza, the public will get to see the hard work that these teachers put in. So kudos to you all.
Awesome. And right before we close, I know, of course, you had some awesome sponsors
Yes.
come on board. Could you let us know who those are?
Yes, I'm so grateful you're giving me this opportunity. First of all, I really want to acknowledge the Ministry of Education and the Honorable De Castro for supporting us with this. She's very passionate about a 21st century education, and we celebrate her for that and all the other staff at the ministry. Ramasco, we couldn't have done this without Ramasco being a platinum sponsor. So, you know, thank you so much, all of you at Platinum, for all that you have done, what you're doing, and I know you continue to be our partners with this going forward. Ernst & Young, gold sponsor, 284 Media, you are also our gold sponsor, and you guys are going to be doing something very special with the teachers. So we need to keep our eyes on 284 Media. They're going to be telling us what they're going to be doing. So thanks for being our gold sponsor. Premier's Office, silver sponsor. Liberts Electrical, silver. HLB Trinity BVI, silver. Bobby's Supermarket, silver. P3 Paper Plastic Products, silver. Rotary Club of Tortola, hi guys, silver. Robinson O'Neill, Memorial Primary and Brigado Flax Educational Center Primary, both silver. Caribbean Cellars, silver, non-alcoholic drinks, okay? Connie's Garage, bronze. Super Value, bronze. Barham Town General Supply, bronze. Teamwork, Family Entertainment, bronze. All of these others are bronze. Trade Winds, La Baguette, Island Tacos, Extreme, Rincon, Nova Vita, Homegrown, and I hope I haven't missed anyone because people have been catching this fly fever and they have been coming forward. I really want to give a shout out especially to Milton Creaky. We know him as Mac. He came in like Superman at the last minute. He said, you don't have to worry about sound. I have that covered. So BVI Productions, thank you so much. Did I miss anyone?
I don't think so.
I did all of those.
Okay.
So thank you, and all of those of you who work behind the scene. Thank you so much for all that you have done to support this initiative.
And thank you both for your time today, and we are so looking forward to seeing you come Thursday.
Yes, and thank you for having us.
And thank you, viewers, for staying tuned with us throughout this interview. We do hope that you come out to catch your flight on Friday. Don't be late, and stay tuned to 284 Media for more great content.
Écoutez bien, j'ai une bonne nouvelle à partager. Votre visa a été approuvé. Il est temps de voyager vers l'extravaganza immersive des langues étrangères organisée par le ministre de l'Éducation. Allons, vos billets ont été achetés. Vos options de date de voyage sont le 8 et 9 mai 2025. Nous partons du complexe sportif de Roadtown à 9h et à 13h. Venez pratiquer votre espagnol et votre français tout en découvrant la culture de l'Espagne, Puerto Rico, la République dominicaine, le Mexique, la France et la Guadeloupe. Envolez-vous avec nous. Une aventure passionnante vous attend.